display of punch resistance from that man, Rodolfo Orozco. And Conor Benn's return is officially in the books.
I'm not a big fan of Conor Benn. This is his first fight back, which he should get a unanimous decision of victory over Rodolfo Orozco on the undercard of Richardson Hitchens versus Jose Zepeda on the Zone. It is September the 23rd, 2023, 10:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm TstreeT Controversy, and this kid's going to get some more paydays. 24 years old, 32, 3-3 coming into this fight, and he started his career at 108 pounds. He's about 6'1". He looked huge in there, but this kid, he's don't put it this way. His losses and his 3 draws right there, probably from like the lack of really having a really good, solid, consistent team around him. But he looked good. I like this kid, Orozco. Clearly lost the fight. Conor Benn's first official fight at 154 pounds. Last he fought was April of last year against Chris Van Heerden, stopped him brutally. He was supposed to fight Chris Eubank Jr. in October of last year, but failed a drug test in which they knew about a month prior to when it was actually released. He says it's AIDS. And even to this day, he hasn't fully properly cleared his name. Now, there's a lot of confusion between VADA, UCOD, the British Boxing Board of Control, the WBC, and the sanctioning bodies. And hold on, let's listen in.
Young and Frederick Flutie both scored this bout 99-91. Alexander Levin scores the bout 96-94. All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision, and still undefeated, Conor the Destroyer Benn.
So Conor Benn.
My bad, I thought the sound was off. Before we listen to the post-fight interviews, what I was saying was, his last fight was in April of last year. He hasn't fully cleared his name beyond all doubt. Saying it was eggs, contamination, well, whatever the case may be. When it comes to VADA, UCAD, the British Boxing Board of Control, the WBC, he can't fight in his home country, but he can fight here in Florida where they let anyone in.
Conor, congratulations. First fight, first win in a year and a half. Certainly no walk in the park for you there. How'd you feel about your performance?
Yeah, no, we didn't want to walk in the park. I needed the rounds. I've had a year and I think it's a year and 8 months out of the ring. So for me, it's about getting back in there and handling business. Yeah, it would have been nice to get the stoppage. I saw the openings, I took it, but he's a true Mexican. And we know what the Mexicans bring, and they got that blood, they're just, oh, mate, my first Mexican.
You knew this guy was durable. He'd never been stopped in his career. But were you surprised during that fight how durable he was?
Yeah, do you know what? Just credit to him. He's obviously got an unbelievable record. 24 knockouts out of 38 fights, I believe. Ain't been stopped before. So, credit to him. He's one tough man. And do you know what? I hope he progresses more in his career.
You have been a career-long welterweight for your career. This is your first fight up at 154 pounds. Did you learn anything about what it's going to take to win fights at this type of weight class?
They're definitely stronger. They definitely take the shots more. So, that's all that was. You absorbed the shots. I can't say there was any ring rust. Just going through the motions in there and, getting back to winning ways. I've been through hell and back. So for me to be back in here tonight was, over the moon.
Eddie Hearn says he wants to bring you back in December. He wants to bring you back in the UK. You still have some business with the British Boxing Board of Control. How important is it for you to get that business resolved before you get back in the ring again?
Listen, it's an unbelievable fight now. I get shown a lot of love out here, and I'm grateful for the American supporters. But, Britain's my home, so it's only right that I fight back there sooner rather than later.
Thanks, Conor.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much.
Yeah, he's got to get that sorted because a lot of people, a lot of fans, especially media, have felt some type of way about, like, how is he fighting when he's not even cleared in his home and he hasn't really, he says he's got this 270-page manifesto that he hasn't released to us, the people, to be able to see. Put it this way, it looks bad. It looks like he did it and, doesn't want to fess up like all boxers. You never hear a boxer say, you know what, yeah, I took that shit. I shouldn't have took it. But he hasn't really cleared his name. But he's explosive. But I don't consider Chris Eubank Jr., fucking Conor Benn, a special fighter. He's an explosive fighter. He's a solid fighter, but I don't see anything really special. So he's going to be competing at 154 now. That's not, I mean, and the way it's looking is not just because he's had this long layoff. He hasn't fought since last April. It's September now, April of 2022. It's looking like he's going to be staying at this weight. So you fail a drug test, and then you're coming back at a different weight division. And, you know, some fans and media will say, hey, you know, well, you know, he was knocking people out explosively. How come he didn't knock this guy out who has this somewhat questionable resume? You know, okay, last fight, 5-2, 19-0, 13-0. Now watch this. Watch this. How much you want to bet that 13-0 is fugazi as fuck? It doesn't look too fugazi. But if you dig deeper, is this, for example, this Hassim Venezuela. Let's dig a little deeper. See what I'm saying? If you dig deeper, these resumes be fugazi because they'll look like they fought somebody, but then the person that they fought that has a good record would be the one with the fugazi record again. So if you start tracing the lineage, if you follow what I'm saying, this 32, 3-3, even though he looked good in there tonight, is deceiving. Because you'll be like, oh shit, but no, a few fights ago, he fought Isaiah Lucero. And he was 13-0, beating him unanimous decision. Then you go see, you know, Mr. Lucero. Oh, damn, he's 16-1 now, 10 KOs. Who he been beating? And then you see, oh, shit, he beat somebody that was 30. He beat somebody that was 22-2. And then you go see that 22-2, and then boom. That's when shit start getting funny. Who is Aaron Silva, who 12-0? I'm sorry, I'm going deep down the trough here. Look, they just be, it'd be bullshit. And I bet you even this 9-0, who did you beat to get there? Like, they be, you know, like Mexico, they known for doing that, bro. And, you know, I identify as being half Chicano and half black and half Irish. But overall, what do I feel about, like, I don't see Conor Benn. Okay, he can be a champion one day, but I don't see him being an undisputed champion. Looking, you know, that explosiveness is really all you really see. That Adrian Granados fight was nasty. He ain't even want to fight. Chris Algieri beat the shit out of him, but Chris Algieri was long in the tooth. Way past his prime. And Chris Van Heerden, how did you rate the South African? So when I look at this resume, it's all smoke and mirrors to me. Even when you go back to Sebastian Formella, he looked better than Sean Porter did. But all this is just smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. Take your time out, like the video, subscribe. I'm TstreeT Controversy with 53360.